Alright everyone, Nate and Beth returning once again to continue our reviews of Friday the 13th, the series, in this case.
Season 2, Episode 8, Read My Lips. I was thinking lipstick. I don't think you had a guess.
I don't think I was thinking anything other than smoochy, smoochy, smoochies. But, yeah, so it turned out to be...
a ventriloquist dummy. Kind of.
Not kind of, a ventriloquist dummy.
But it wasn't the ventriloquist dummy that was cursed.
And it should be said that, oh shit, oh no, oh that's true, we'll bring that up later. It should be said that the guy who was the guy, the first ventriloquist dummy operator, or lap for the dummy, was Billy Drago. He's a bad guy in a lot of movies back in the day. I don't know if he was a bad guy yet. He very well could have been, in the 80s and the 90s. He was a bad guy in a lot of action movies.
Oh yeah, I can kind of see that. He looks like a Kill Bill kind of person.
He's just been in a bazillion stuff as bad guys. So this might be one of the first episodes that's really has a guy who's done quite a bit of other stuff as one of the leads. So we've got Billy Drago as the lap of the
Ventriloquist dummy.
Ventriloquist dummy. Would you like to explain how this starts?
Well, it kind of starts, at a nightclub, and Billy is the lap for Oscar, which is the ventriloquist dummy, and he's insulting his fiancée.
Does that happen in the first scene?
That was
or
the
is
first
that later
scene.
on?
The Oscar was insulting his fiancée.
Who's this woman with the 1920s hairdo, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, kind of pale and skinny and
1920s hairdo.
1920s hairdo. Nice enough bitch, but I don't
Oh.
know. I still don't. She kind of has that
Uppity.
air about her, uppity, too good for anything. I need money to be happy.
I'm commenting on the haircut I like, not the
Yeah.
person.
Haircut's nice, but she seems kind of like she's marrying money. She's a gold digger. But
Gold digger.
we'll see what happens. But
Well,
so
we
so
saw
this
what happens.
ventriloquist dummy is insulting her, and they go to their dressing room, and she follows, and there's this other guy who's trying to get into the act, and he's got his own dummy, and he's pretty good material, but he's booted out of the dressing room, and I don't know, something about having to pay the piper on stage, and the dummy is kind of cute. He actually raps, so that was kind of fun. But I guess paying the piper means killing someone. So there's 4 kills. One was kind of insignificant,
Some guy in an alley.
but
Well, the first one was kind of insignificant too, just the bouncer at the club or whatever.
well, I guess they're kind of all insignificant.
They're all insignificant, come to think of it.
They really weren't that great at kills, but
No, the thing that's good about this episode isn't so much the kills, but the intrigue with the dummy. You get the idea pretty early on that this isn't a dummy who's alive,
yeah.
He's not. The dummy's running the show, and it's funny how, they don't really make it known until a little ways into the episode, but you kind of know it. Because Beth and I think we've watched Magic together, the movie from the 80s with Anthony Hopkins it's also one where it's about the ventriloquist dummy thing.
Oh,
and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
And he
where
beds
the-
down with that one woman and
The dummy
Stuff.
gets all jealous. Well, I mean, the dummy kind of needs a human to move him around until he becomes human, which is kind of cool because towards the end we're finding out that if enough kills happen, that this dummy actually kind of becomes a little person. I don't know how to say that politically.
no, that's pretty much I think how you say it now, but
Little person.
probably won't be good in a few years. It'll probably be another word, but
Vertically challenged individual.
so kind of like in a way maybe a Child's Play ripoff where as the episode progresses and the more people is killed for the dummy, the dummy seems to be coming alive, and it got to where towards the end they actually have a little person in a little dummy suit and makeup.
Oh, yeah, it was
and
really
it's
cool.
just kind of fun, kind of cool idea.
But so we're trying to figure out what the cursed item is. At first,
We don't even know until like the end.
no, like the very end. At first, we think it's the dummy. Then I'm thinking, oh, it's the knife that they have to kill with, because it's always the same knife. And then we find out at the very end, what is it?
I don't even know how to pronounce what it is. What's it called?
It's
a flower.
It's a boutonniere. So it's
Which
like
is some kind of fake flower that Adolf Hitler wore. So he'd come back to life if he was killed.
Yeah, so we should probably rewind a little bit. I guess Jack is visiting with people in California trying to get World War II Nazi paraphernalia.
Well, that's a fancy way of saying Jack's not in this episode.
Well, Jack's not in the episode, but he does kind of tie in with the boutonniere.
They kind of, yeah, even though he's not in it, they work his character into the episode.
Yeah.
The old talking to him over the phone, you don't hear him, but it's funny.
But all in all, I think this was a pretty fun episode. This guy goes from zero to hero because the dummy pretty much takes over the act. But it's the dummy that's coming to life, and the dummy's pissed that his original handler is getting married, and the handler and marriage doesn't really work well for Oscar the dummy. So I guess on the wedding day, which was really sad, the original handler about to say his I do's, and the priest gets to the, if anyone has anything to say, speak now or forever hold your peace.
Why would the dummy be at the wedding?
I don't think the dummy was intentionally at the wedding. See, this shows that the dummy has life. Because I don't think...
So the dummy speaks up and says, you can't marry this bitch, or whatever he says.
And then he goes...
Does that put the guy, drive the guy mad, and he ends up in a loony bin?
Well, he runs out in front of a car and gets hit by a car.
I forgot about that.
Then he's in the psych ward in the hospital.
Okay.
And what's his name? The main character, Ryan, goes to visit him in the hospital and brings up Oscar's name, and he's just going ape shit. I'm in here, he's out there, ha ha ha, I can't help you. But I don't know. I'd give this 3, not quite a full thumbs up.
Is it like, is your thumb up between the 10 and the 11?
A little lower. Between the 9 and the 10. Between the 9 and the 10. So it's a little above half. Not quite full, but a little above half. Oh yeah, the dummy bites him. So that was fun. And Ryan sees the actual bite mark on the original handler's hand. That proves that the dummy is coming to life, because, something wooden can't leave bite marks.
That's very true.
So...
Yeah, I'm going to go, my thumb's going to be between the 10 and the 11. I thought this episode was pretty fun. And
oh, was it because of the
guessing.
naked people?
Oh, yes. The woman in lingerie is so naked.
Close enough.
Mickey's,
but it did keep you guessing as to what the cursed item was.
Mickey wears a lot of big, loose sweaters.
Aww. She didn't wear it for her friend's wedding.
But, this one's not really about necessarily scary or kills. It's more about the intrigue of, what's going on with the dummy. So I'll give it points for that. It was, for me, it was constantly entertaining, like, what's going to happen with the dummy? What's the dummy want now? How is he going to make it happen? So it definitely kept my interest. So, like I said, my thumb is just a notch down from a full thumbs up, in between, 10 and 11. So, yeah. So
if mine's between 9 and 10 and his is between 10 and 11. Yeah, I guess. Little difference of opinions, but...
Well, that's perfectly fine. We're two different people, and...
Yeah, true.
I wonder if next episode, Ryan will be on vacation, and it'll be
he's
Jack
the main
and...
character. He can't...
Has Ryan ever not been in an episode? He can't be. He's not a...
No, I think he's been in all the episodes that I can think of. So the next episode is called 13 O'Clock.
That's going to be a cursed clock.
It's got to be a clock. I don't know what else it would be, but I don't know. I think I'm
Sounds
kind of
like
done
you don't
talking
have a
about
lot
this
to
episode.
say about this episode. Anything we can talk about for 3 minutes? Let's
Mm,
see here.
Ryan changed his
Ryan's got an
earring.
earring in his left ear. We're screen saving the TV with the episode. He's got a. So left is right and right is wrong, correct?
I don't know. I never paid attention
Oh,
to that.
the ventriloquist dummy looks like Jerry Seinfeld.
Actually, I think the dummy looks better than Jerry
oh,
Seinfeld. But
oh.
yeah, I don't. I think I'm pretty much talked out on this episode. It's just had a lot of little details, and the dummy coming to life was pretty cool.
Yeah, at the end, like the dummy actually becoming alive, flesh and blood
Little person.
little person was fun. Yeah, it reminded you of Chucky because I'm pretty sure in the first Child's Play they had a little person at the end dressed in the Chucky outfits running around. So
True. Well, it was kind of cool because as soon as Ryan, being the hero, he's fighting with the dummy, and he knowing what he's after, he pulls the boutonniere off of the dummy's little, what's it called, tuxedo, and then all of a sudden he's just holding the dummy. Like, damn it, I have to start all over again.
oh, that was a great transition. Yeah, the dummies. Ryan's on the ground. Dummy's got him. He's gonna stab him. He pulls the flower off, and then the camera pulls back just to see this lifeless dummy again. That was a great transition. So there's
Fun.
Jerry Seinfeld dummy. Just looking at the screen, but might as well blab for another minute.
I'll let you blab for another minute.
Oh hell. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess the second handler thought that he was going to make big bucks because they're scrambling to find out who's going to take the slot for Oscar and Mr. Van Horn,
And I
who's
think
the original handler of the dummy.
the agent guy was saying, you can't use this other dummy. That goes with the other guy. You should get a new dummy. It's just a piece of wood and have a fresh at. And so the guy must have known that the dummy was alive. The second guy.
I think the second guy just kind of, was compelled by show business. Like, okay, if this guy is as famous and this dummy is pretty much the show, I don't know, because he was.
You couldn't tell if the second guy knew if the dummy was alive or not, but
But
he
the
would have had
second
to
guy
have.
went to. I'm sorry
Yeah.
for yelling. Went to
Yeah,
the
apology
bachelor
accept-
party. He must have seen the dummy biting the original.
Yeah, the
handler's
second
hand.
guy would have had to know the dummy's alive. That's why.
Maybe
Because I think he didn't want them to replace the dummy because he knew the dummy was
he
the
had his
act.
own dummy.
Anyway,
Right.
now we're finally to 13. I don't want to go into 14, but I don't
Just
know.
watch it for
I don't know
yourself
if
and
the
see what you
second
guys
guy
think.
knew if the dummy ran the show. He probably did. But before we get to 14 minutes, thank you very much for listening, and we'll catch you on the next episode review.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, thanks.